it's sort of like a coping mechanism. I feel like it expresses freedom in some ways. For me at least, because most of the time I don't feel free, and every time I do, it's when I'm painting, because I can tell the world what I want them to know.
She just, as soon as she could pick up a crayon or marker or pencil, she started doodling. She loved to use coloring books, and then she started doodling on her own without the coloring books.
Most of these are from when I was in like middle school.
We decorated her room with little butterflies and fairies, and she would just sit for hours and hours and hours and copy them. And then after a while, she wasn't copying them anymore. She was putting her own creative spin onto them with this tiny, itty-bitty, minute detail that it was amazing for a child at 6 years old to be able to do that.
I'm really proud of that eye though, to be honest.
And I see that creativity still growing in her.
Look at that detail.
She's always been drawing and painting and using that creative energy. It just sort of spills over in other areas of her life. Her creativity has never stopped.
These are so much fun, because like every time you put paint in them and then you like peel it out when it's dry, it's like a little circle.
She one time made these little tiny people for me that she cut out of paper and decorated. Here's one of them. And she used to do little things like this for me all the time. When I was younger, I used to love to do art too, and just like her, I would spend hours and hours and hours in my room painting or drawing.
I've actually started to critique them. Some parts I wouldn't be able to do, such as like the shading, because with watercolor it's sort of hard to shade in the right way. You have one chance to get it down.
They show a deepness, like when you look at somebody's face and you look into their eyes, you can almost see into their soul.
The only one that really makes me say that I have to do better on is the ones upstairs that she's done.
A very simple painting, but at the same time very complex.
This is the painting that sort of got me into watercolor. It sort of inspired me, because I was like, I need to do better than that. I need to do better. I want to do the best that I can do, and I want to sort of exceed my mom. I remember it was in like the summer that I was going into 3rd grade, and I was going really fast and I hit this corner, this really sharp corner, and I just lost control and fell on my arm.
And after she got the cast off, then her paintings were different.
They were more abstract,
way more abstract. And, and I think the detail came back finally. The fine detail, but the creativity was like massively different.
I definitely did not draw as much. Because I had gone so long without drawing that I felt like I just got used to that, and so I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I do my art mostly on this pool table, to be honest. Like, everything I do is on here. Either that or it's outside. A morbid happy bat. I painted it when I was really angry. Me and my friend Liv bought it so that whenever we're angry, we just want to smash something, we could just use this bat. I love foxes, and arrows are my forte. So I named it the Happy Bat. Mr. Happy Bat. I go through different phases. Arrows, these weird tentacle things, like this type of watercolor paint. What I thought is I'm just gonna combine all of them and then put circles in the little spaces that it looks like a whole bunch of little bubbles. I shattered all those glasses. I take the shards that are left over from them, and I find the ones that I like the best, and then I make art with them. It symbolizes sort of refixing the broken, not really like putting them back together the way they should, because I was broken once before, and it sort of symbolizes that I'm not the same as how I was before, even though I've been put back together.
There's so much emotion and so much creativity, and some of your paintings and drawings are almost like dream world.
I still strive to be even better than I could be, and I try to impress people, and that's why I do art. As you can see, my fetish for arrows goes on.
I just want it to always be a part of her life, and she loves it so much that I hope that she's able to make a career from it, and lots of people give up their creative nature and become a lot more linear and practical, and I just hope that doesn't happen. I mean, you have to have some practicality in your life to be able to, you know, make ends meet and everything, but I hope that she can find a way to balance both.
It's sort of spiritual to me. Not like a ritual, but I'm not sure. It gets out my emotions and it tells stories. And I feel like those really express who I am.